one marvel invented by man, the other by nature. How fitting that both of these rocket launches took place within miles of each other. It's a fishing destination that welcomes a massive winter migration to its offshore waters. Stand by for Kingfish chaos on Florida's Space Coast. In 3, 2...
Oh, you just freaking jumped, aired it out right there.
That's a nice fish right there.
Got him!
That's a big fish, buddy. I'm ready.
That's a stud.
That is a legitimate river monster.
It is one of the largest migrations of bait on planet Earth.
Psycho!
I think you've just done something the first time ever in the world.
I've been running the incentive for about 32 years. I bought the hull and the cap and I built the boat. That boat has caught so many fish. It's been an amazing boat. I can't even believe the fish I've caught on that boat. Many, probably millions of pounds of fish.
One man, one hull, millions of pounds of fish. The same marina, the same slip for 32 years. You can set your watch to Captain Bruce Alcock. Stop by the first slip at Captain Hiram's marina around, say, 4 o'clock, and you'll see what most of his fishing days have looked like. But he'll tell you the water has changed. The naked eye can't see it, but 3 decades on the water certainly can. Take, for instance, the king mackerel migration.
In the wintertime, usually the water's getting the right temperature for the big migration. They're coming from the northern Atlantic this way, and generally Thanksgiving is like the floodgate, but it seems like some of the years, in the recent years, it's getting a little later, and late November can turn into January, and a lot of times that first run of fish is the big fish.
Our launch point is Sebastian, Florida, a small community on the Indian River about 45 miles south of Cape Canaveral. Sebastian Inlet is the gateway to the offshore shelf where the migrating kingfish are intercepted.
So we're out on the high bar. It's a big rock ledge. Comes out up about 20 foot off the bottom. It's in like 90, 100 foot, and hopefully there'll be some kingfish and cobia and stuff here. The water looks really good. Everything looks right. We'll find something here.
Let's head into the heart of the kingfish biomass. The migration may have arrived late, but Bruce is right on time. So what about this phenomenon, this grand kingfish migration? Well, it's an army charging south. One battalion in the Atlantic, the other in the Gulf of Mexico. They flank Florida, never outrunning their ideal water temperature of 68 to 75 degrees.
What makes a proficient kingfisherman? Like a proficient kingfisher angler.
When you're fishing for the kingfish, it's very important to keep the rod very steady and to not horse them, and always keep the rod bent and keep pressure on the fish. You don't want the kingfish to somehow get the mono in his teeth and cut you off. Everything, we're using smaller hooks when the fish get picky, and they can pull easy, so you always want steady pressure on the fish. You got to be ready when they run towards that boat. Sometimes they'll bolt towards the boat. You got to be ready to reel fast and keep the pressure on the fish. And then when they get close, a lot of people want to pull against that hard-running fish right near the boat. The less line you have out, the less shock in the mono there is, so it's either going to break or the hook's going to pull if you don't just let him run.
There are plenty of boats here checking out the kings, trying to put the kings in check. Those like Bruce, who know how to fish for them, catch many and catch often.
There he is.
You think you can handle the chaos? Good luck and Godspeed.
Good fish, yay. We're king mackerel fishing now. Oh, I was probably 50 feet down at least.
There he is. He's coming after you.
That bait swam way deep before he got big.
Right here. There he is.
Pretty fish. He's biting it again. He's on. That's a king mackerel. Definitely a king mackerel. Here's another. Need the gaff. Need the gaff. Look at that big one. Oh, that was a big one skyrocketed. Did you see that? That was a huge fish. 30-pound fish.
Where do y'all mine at? I got a snake on my rod.
Another good fish here.
Woo! Nice work, buddy.
That's the biggest fish yet. Get him.
In the box.
Nose first.
Up next, another game fish gives chase. Sure, you can call them bycatch, but cobia are not an unwelcome visitor.
Freaking nice fish, Bob. Good job.
You!
When it comes to water temperature, the kingfish's sweet spot is in the low to mid 70s. This also works for cobia. They're often found following sharks or manta rays to forage what they stir up or leave behind. The cobia's curiosity will bring them to the boat. The rest, it's up to you.
So many times the cobias get in with the kingfish. That water is right for all the fish, but nowadays, because they're protecting all the sharks, there's a lot of big sharks.
Sharky's on.
The cobias are actually hanging around the sharks and getting all their scraps as they eat. The bad news about the sharks is they will eat the cobia, and sometimes when there's a lot of big bull sharks around, you gotta horse that cobia in to get him.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he is.
He's pissed off too. Something's gonna give.
Yeah.
Shark got him.
I don't think so.
No?
He's coming. And my leader.
Keep going.
He's coming. Here he comes. There he is.
Okay.
Is that a cobia?
Yeah.
Cobia, get the gap.
Atlantic, Gulf of Mexico, Pacific, Indian, Caribbean. There are few waters where cobias don't roam. They have a lifespan of 15 years or more and grow as long as 78 inches.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Phew! Woo. Got him!
That's a big fish, buddy.
That's a mud shark.
Got another one.
He spit it. Oh, he's back on it. It's another good one. He's coming. And my leader. He's a close one. He's a keeper. Woo! Yeah!
I'm spent. Woo! That's a good fish. That's two nice fish right there, guys.
Nice one here. We got one on the surface out here. This might be a cobia. It is a cobia. I've seen it. It's brown. Big
Yeah.
old brown dog. Yeah, it's a nice one.
nice one.
Just ease him in slow. Ease him in slow.
Yeah! Bobby!
Solid.
Nice one, bro.
Solid.
Freaking nice fish, Bob. Good job.
You!
Couldn't have asked for a better bite.
Up next, a kingfish blitz, a biomass bonanza, a game set match, a hook, line, and sinker. King mackerel are migratory, so don't expect them to stay in one spot. They don't mind big movements. For these finicky fish, Winter storms and temperature changes alter their plans on a dime, and all the angler can do is search and search. But once you're on them, stay on them and don't move.
A lot of times when the fish hits, you have to have your thumb on the spool. You want them to take a little bit of line and get the bait and get the hook in them. Put a light little bit of drag on it so it doesn't crow's nest when they hit. My favorite way is leaving the rod in the rod holder and just flip the lever up when they hit, and they're game on. When they're biting, they eat, they hook. And sometimes when they're really picky, you need to let that bait swim free as a bird, and the faster he's going, the more apt the kingfish is gonna hit it. And the most awesome thing is when they skyrocket on it. Look, he's dumping the line. It's a big fish.
Triple header. Switch. Yep.
It's a big fish. I need the big gap. Let him circle one more time. Get him. Good job, Ben. Beautiful fish.
Here he is.
Oh man, nice fish. Perfect gap. Didn't ruin the meat. The kingfish are very impressive. They can see everything, so when they're picky, they're a real challenge to catch. But when they're biting, they bite anything. And because they're such a high-speed fish, it's just unbelievable action. When that fish gets on and you're watching the line go across the water and it's slicing a sheet of water, to see that, it's so amazing. You ready, Bob? I'm ready. Come here, Bob.
Nice one there. That's a stud.
Throw him in the boat. Get his.
Stud.
Now get his.
Stud, bro.
That's one of the bigger ones right there.
That's the biggest one. God, I'm looking.
Look at that fish is 30. God, that's a nice fish right there. 28 pounds maybe. All right. Perfect gaff shot. Wow. Awesome.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, that's a good fish. Dang, that was a while ago.
Do you feel old now?
Yeah. I don't feel old when I'm out there fishing. The only time I feel old is when I have to think about getting up early every morning, but I still love fishing, and when I get on the fish, it's game on. I'm gonna be aggressive, and I still get super fired up when the fish are biting. I love it.
The water is changing, and so are we. The kingfish are following their instincts, and so are we. When you really think about it, we're not observing a phenomenon. We're part of it.